Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Who Would Win. I just watched a death battle, by the way, for Hulk versus Doomsday. Spoilers for any of you who have not watched it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doomsday won. And their explanation made sense. This is why I don't question a lot of screw attack stuff. Most of the time they do a lot of good research on it. No, Doomsday ended up winning, and the way they explained it made a lot of sense. So, the next one's going to deal with Zoro from, or Zolo, or Rolo. From One Piece, the swordsman. So as soon as I know who he's fighting, I will do a prediction video on that. But we're talking about the Who Would for this week. And this week's Who Would Win is Gin Ichimaru from Bleach, the third captain. It's our Bleach Who Would Win this week. Versus Creed Diskenth from Black Cat. Now, if those of you that never watched Black Cat or read Black Cat, give it a watch or a read. It's actually pretty good. In terms of an anime, it's a short anime. But in terms of a manga, and it definitely takes liberties from the manga, but it's overall a pretty decent one. But I chose it because they're very similar in their nature, their style. Overall, they're very similar, but opposed. So, let's break it down. Gin Ichimaru's, height-wise, Gin Ichimaru's got about 2 inches and about 9 pounds on him. He's about 6'1", 152 pounds, making him one of the taller Shinigamis. Always constantly smiling with that foxy smile and those slit eyes. He's aware that his appearance unsettles people, and he's highly perceptive and a master playing mind games. He's a master manipulator. Master swordsman, his preferred style is swordsplay, but he does know he is a practitioner of Kido, basically like the combat magic. Shumpo, speed expert, great spiritual pressure, great energy, enhanced durability, Shinigami, most of them have it. His Zanbakuto is known as Shinso. Now, its command is shoot to kill, but I've always preferred the English dub where it's slay them, Shinso. I've always preferred that one. That's a cool command. And basically, it multiplies its length 100 times. It takes the form of a wakizashi, so it's not very... Is it a tanto or a wakizashi? I don't know, actually, I think it's a tanto, honestly. So it's a short sword. It's like not only that big, but it multiplies 100 times. So literally, it's 100 times, whatever, I think a tanto's like only about 6 inches. So multiply that by about 100, now you got 600 inches, which multiplies to about 60 feet, I believe. It's because it's 600, then you take it back, and it'd be about 60 feet. Because otherwise, you multiply that, and it'd be about 100. So, it's 60 feet more or less. But it's highly durable, can cut through hollows like nothing, can crack other swords. So it's a very powerful Zanbakuto. His Bankai, I want to make sure I get his name right. Kamishini no Yari. He says its power is not as long or as fast as it is. We'll say it's just under what he said it was. And that it can extend to the length of 1.8 miles at a speed of 171,500 meters per second. Full length, and it can reach its full length in about 0.8 seconds. And literally when he used it, he literally cut an entire city in half with a single swing in an instant. He can use techniques where he extends and retracts his blade so fast it looks like there's multiple blades coming all at once. It's an extremely dangerous, especially if you're catching someone off guard, Zanbakuto. However, its real ability is called Kill Kamishini no Yari, where when it pierces someone, it leaves a sliver of the blade in there, and the blade itself contains a poison that degenerates and just reduces cells to nothing. So that's what his actual ability is. Gin was killed in the series by a more powerful opponent, so he can be killed. All of the Shinigami are not invincible, say maybe Aizen. But again, we're not using Aizen in these Bleach ones. He's a completely separate one. Then Creed Diskenth. Creed's a bit more interesting. It has a more interesting background anyway. He's completely mad, loves violence, deeply narcissistic, megalomaniac, believes he is perfect and is right. He will always try to find excuses and rid anyone who disagrees with him. He'll always try to find reasons, to fabricate reasons why someone doesn't agree with him or something like that. Why Train doesn't agree with him. So he's obsessed with Train, the Black Cat. Rarely underestimates his opponent. Tragic past, like the mother was prostitution, all that. He's also a master swordsman. That's his preferred swordplay. However, he uses Tao magic, not Dao. Tao. Pronunciation much? And it increases his physical abilities. It also gives him a regeneration factor that's so powerful that he can't die. He can recover from basically any fatal injury, save maybe his head. But injury, mind you. Key there. His Tao ability, though, is called the Imagine Blade, which is basically a katana, but it's invisible. It can extend about 8 meters, give or take, at level 1. At level 2, it turns into this shark-like whip scimitar thing with a face. It's a black sword with a mouth that extends like a whip, basically, and it usually takes a scimitar form. Level 3 fuses with his arm. He almost has like a third extra arm. Can propel his speed. It's very durable. And level 4 essentially turns into a giant light blade that is nigh indestructible, and he loses basically all mental functions at that point. So, how does this fight break down? Well, as I did with the last one, I'm trying something new and actually writing down the scenario for the fight. So, with Creed and Gin, the way I see this fight breaking down, in the realistic sense, is that, let's say, and I can't remember the actual name of the group he had at that point in time, the Tao users, but let's say that one of them has fallen, and Gin, and let's say the time period is before him and Aizen and everyone betrayed everyone, is while he's still with the 13 Court. So he goes down to for Kanso and the soul. And because of the Tao magic, let's say, for sake of this argument, because they have to fight, this Tao magic lets him see Gin. He's actually able to see Gin. And it's like, well, it's like, this is interesting. I sense an odd energy coming up. Oh, who are you? And then conversations is, and I love, and he upsets Creed at some point, and he can tell that he can work Creed better than Creed can work him. That's the given. So the fight pursues or insists. Now Creed always probably has a standard katana on, so he tries a katana. Probably just breaks against normal Zanpakuto after a little bit. Gin probably just like, well, this is fun. And then Gin probably is about to go in with the kill, and all of a sudden the Imagine Blade comes out. He gets a shot in the shoulder. Like, what is this? Like, and then Creed starts monologuing like a villain was. Like, you see, this is perfection. This is beauty. This is slay him, Shinso. And so let's be fair, 60 feet versus 8 meters. Is that actually is 8 meters. 8 meters. Meter is. Sorry, I forgot. I actually forgot to do the math on this one. Meters to feet. Okay, so 1 meter is 1 meter is equivalent to about 3.2 feet, which means that 8 of those is equivalent to about. And I'm just doing the rough math, right? Well, actually, why don't I just do this? I have a. Oh no, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. It's equivalent to 26.2 feet. Gin can extend his Zanpakuto over twice as long. So all of a sudden, he's maybe at a safe distance, gone through the shoulders. Like, now you see what perfection truly is. Now you see with the true justice of the slay him, Shinso. And all of a sudden, like, he tries to backpedal, but he can't backpedal far enough, so he just gets straight through the chest. So, and then just slices. Maybe he's missing that. Like, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over that punctured lung of yours. And all of a sudden, he's like, allow me to reiterate. And all of a sudden, it goes to level 2. I am perfection. And then goes back. Now, because it's like a whip-like object, and now combining with a sword, it's twice as deadly. So, it doesn't have the extending power as far as I know, but it's definitely still deadly and dangerous. So now Gin's like, but he's able to shimpo. So he's Shinso just shing, maybe doing a couple of hados. But all the while he's seeing Gin just keeps regenerating. It's like, you are going to be difficult. Then binds him with like a binding keto, like the one he used on Kenpachi. That was a keto he used in the very beginning. It was some of our classic. He can't get out, but the sword maybe starts cutting out, and he's getting more enraged. He's like, you, heathen! And then just goes level 3. He's like, well, I can't say I've seen that. And now he's going in, and he's power-wise, he's going to overpower Gin. I'd say he's definitely physically stronger than Gin. And the third arm's like, It's like, my, you are troublesome. It's like, but you shouldn't lose focus. Bunkai. Wait a minute, I want to make sure I get the name right. I believe it's Kamishini Noyari. Yeah, Kamishini Noyari. It's like, it's like, that's kind of like, what? Bun, what? And then he's suddenly just cut in half almost. His blade arm basically just stops the blade from completely cutting him out, but he kind of plows over, but he corrects it. So, my, you are definitely troublesome. And then just keeps slicing him, but he's starting to block the blade. So it's like, you think you can stop perfection? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that? It's like, a corpse of heathen like you could not appreciate true beauty in the world. It's like, and then just does the clap. It's like, what are you doing? Just a demonstration. It's like, you hear that? By the time that sound reached you, my blade is already extended 500 times. And that's when Creed's eyes actually do widen. And he's like, huh? And then, I can't remember the actual name, but Bunta, then basically just the rapid blade. He's still standing there now. He just goes to full level 4. And now it's just, it's like, you see, now it's time for Gein's eyes to actually, I was like, oh dear. And then just, gets bashed. Maybe he blocks it with the blade, but gets bashed. So now it's just, he's now injured. Creed's not coming in there. He's whipping him around. So now it's Creed, full powered, enraged, kind of in primal at this point. He's like, but it's at that point, maybe he's still got a little bit of reason. Like, you will die, heathen. And maybe he's able to say, he's like, any last words? Any last? That's when the blade suddenly goes. He's like, and his brain doesn't regenerate as well. He can still regenerate, but his brain doesn't regenerate at all. But that's when so the head heals up. It's like, that was your final. It's like, that was your final attack. It's like, no, this is Kid Kamishini no Yari. And all of a sudden, his head just starts, and his head just goes, and they just incinerate. So, yeah, by the way, that would be a really cool battle in like an animated form, I think. So, in the long run, I give it to Gein. In the short run, of course, I give it to Creed. I think on a percentile scale, Creed would actually especially if he gets to level 4, Creed would overpower him to a point where I think you could just flat out kill him. I'd say that's about a 15% likelihood, though. I think about 85% of the time, Gein's just going to outmaneuver, outmanipulate, and outperform Creed. And the question that had to be laid out here is can Creed be killed by Gein's poison? And I do believe he is, because Creed can heal from injuries, but poison is not the same as an injury. He's got nanites in his body as well as Tau. That's why he's able to heal like that. But nanite poison that destroys on a cellular level, I'm not sure the nanites can keep up with that. And they're only apparently designed to keep up with injuries, and poison's not an injury. So, and again, his brain's the only place that's possibly vulnerable to that. So I have to give it a Gein. About 85% of the time, Gein gets it, I think. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Tomorrow will be Magic, Star Wars, and The Arrival. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you folks next time. Have a good